Well, looks like my home country was one of the first to release the FNAF movie. No reviews, no expectations whether we're stepping into a good movie or another terrible video game movie. So, I saw the Five Nights at Freddy's movie today, and I am here to share my thoughts and recommend should you go see it? Yes. This was an excellent movie. Now, I watched it from a fan's perspective, so I don't know how it will go down with critics or regular audiences, but as a fan, I thought it was near perfect. This is largely based on the first Five Nights at Freddy's game, but there are elements from later installments incorporated into this one, so how would I describe this movie? Purity is the film's biggest strength. This is a pure adaptation of the source material with no filler, no unnecessary changes to the lore, no political ideology, though for some reason Bonnie is blue instead of purple, so I guess you could say he was race swapped. Otherwise, this is the best video game adaptation in terms of accuracy. The Pizzaplex was wonderfully recreated with the arcades, the size, the artistry. There's no phone guy, unfortunately, but there is another character who fills in his shoes, and this particular character was a weird enigma in the games, but I thought they explained his character's purpose better than the games. The practical effects were brilliant. The way they moved, the little imperfections in their mechanical motions, really brought these robots to life. They move in a way CGI could not replicate. CGI, to me, is too smooth to be real, so seeing actual robots in action adds to the film's authenticity. The acting. Josh Hutcherson, who plays the security guard, was great. He is a character with a few insecurities himself, which gets him into trouble, and that's how he lands his job at Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. Everyone else in the movie, this is where it could be divisive. Josh has the most realistic performance in the movie, and everyone else is like a cartoon. Not over-the-top cartoon, but there is a silly nature in this movie, and I didn't mind it myself, but I wonder what everyone else would think, like the auntie and her lawyer. The actual story may be another divisive part between fans, critics, and casual moviegoers, because as a fan I knew who the villain was, but I wonder if it's too predictable for anyone else. It might be obvious, or not. So the story is, Mike Schmidt has dreams about the day his brother was kidnapped, but when he sleeps at the restaurant, his dreams become stronger, and he feels he is getting closer to the truth with these dreams, which... This is a supernatural series with ghosts, so a bit of fantasy fiction isn't too far of a stretch for a FNAF story. I'll give credit to the trailers for not showing too much of the story. It was hard to piece the plot together going off the trailers, but my biggest complaint is they revealed all the animatronics. There are no additional animatronics, but there was that one character who I won't spoil that was a nice surprise. However, if the trailers didn't show Springtrap, it would definitely be more impactful, even though, as a fan, you know they're building up to him throughout the movie, but the reveal of his design in live action would have been better concealed. There are, of course, Easter eggs and nods to the FNAF games. For example, Mike sets his alarm to 6 AM every night. The poster from the first game is here. The opening sequence is reminiscent of that arcade style of minigames from FNAF. And there is probably a lot more that I miss, so I could see this becoming a game for all the Easter egg hunters. Sadly, Markiplier couldn't be part of the movie, but there is another prominent YouTuber who did make it into the movie, and it was the funniest part. So yeah, that's my review of the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. I would rate this a 9 out of 10. Oh, and if you are worried about the rating, which is M where I live, and I believe PG-13 in America, they do get away with some grotesque imagery. Anyhow, would you like me to do more movie reviews like this? Please let me know in the comments if you would, and if you've seen it, what did you think of the Five Nights at Freddy's movie? Until next time, happy Halloween.